Over the last hours, Bitcoin saw a massive liquidation to the downside, is trading now here around 114,500 US dollars. And by looking in the charts, it seems to be that this correction is not to be over. So in this video, we want to talk exactly about where the correction will stop and when is the perfect moment to open here a new long position. Also this week we will have important data coming from the US, so definitely stick around and let's directly start here on Bitcoin with the daily chart. So here on the daily chart we can clearly see we have our falling wedge here with our price target here at 122,000 US dollars. So on this price target, nothing really changed at all. That's also the reason why my Bitcoin position here on Bitfinex is still opened and also in profit. I even set some limit orders, as you know from the couple of videos before, sitting here around at 114,000 US dollars. So a lot of people asking me why the hell you're setting the limit order there, while the price was trading here around 117,000 US dollars. Now you know exactly why I put these limit orders. So over the night or over my night, one limit order already get filled. So my Bitcoin position is scaling up here. This is exactly my plan working out here for Bitcoin. But we have also a closer look on the 15-minute chart where the next support coming in, because then we are also able to get here in a new long position. But for this one, we go first of all in the daily chart to explain you a little bit about the structure. As I told you in the beginning of the video, we broke this support line to the downside, and now the next support will coming in here at the 50 moving average on the daily chart around 114,100 US dollars. In my mind, definitely here we have to find support and get the bounce back into higher levels, especially on the daily chart. So hopefully the daily candle will not close here under the 50 moving average. If we're closing or retesting the 50 moving average, we're kind of fine. And then we should also see in the next days here a pushback to the upside. If we are not able to close the daily chart here on top of the 50 moving average, it could be very, very ugly for Bitcoin, because then the next support will only come in here at 111,500 US dollars, 108,500 US dollars, and then you can see the 200 moving average is not that far at 105,000 US dollars. And if Bitcoin is dropping here under 111,000 US dollars, you will also see the altcoins bleeding like crazy. So don't expect that altcoins will pumping into higher levels while Bitcoin is correcting here. One thing that makes me super concerned about this drop now to the downside is that this drop to the downside came just from grabbing the liquidity. So as we can see here on the 2-weekly chart, we have some liquidity left at 114,000 US dollars, 112,900 US dollars. So there could be one potential move to the downside. But when we go here to the 3-daily chart, we can see we cleared all the liquidity down below here in direction of 114,000 US dollars. And a lot of liquidation is here building up now at around 116,700 US dollars. So as fast as we saw this correction to the downside, it could be also very quickly get here in direction of 116,000 US dollars and grab all the liquidity over there. So this is definitely what I have here in mind. As soon we're getting also here a bounce on Bitcoin, building here a little bit more support, we can also get here in a long position. So we came here from this correction to the downside. Let me mark this out. So we came from this correction to the downside. Find here some support. Now getting here one leg lower and even also here. So it could be potentially that we see also a rollover and get here into lower levels in direction of 113,500 US dollars, 113,000 US dollars, grabbing the last liquidity before we see here this massive move to the upside. Hopefully we will not see my limit orders grab, because it means also to be that we are getting one little bit lower and potentially also take out my stop loss here by setting here around at 113,000 US dollars. I will not remove my stop loss. I want to keep protect my position, because if you're losing the level, I told you in the beginning of the video, 111,000 and 108,000 US dollars should be already in the cards. So this is also the reason why I didn't make here any adjustments yet on my Bitcoin position. Keep the limit order still active. If you're waiting for a trade entry, wait definitely here on the 15-minute chart, as soon we're getting here some more support. So it could be potentially also that we are now forming here a triangle, so something like this one. If you're making now higher lows, this would be fine. So if we are protecting here these support line to the upside, we will be also fine, and then gives us the target here at around $115,200, which means we will also clear all this move here back to the upside, like a wonderful V-shaped recovery to the upside. So this is exactly what I want to see here today, that we are getting at least in direction of $115,000 to get here in some positive way for Bitcoin. For the altcoins, to be honest, we don't need to talk about altcoins yet, because as soon Bitcoin will not get here any support, doesn't make sense to talk about the altcoins. As I told you, something what makes me super concerned is that this move is driven from grabbing liquidity. The Nasdaq is still in this high, so there was no correction on Nasdaq as we saw it on Bitcoin. So especially when we're going here to the daily chart, so we see in the last couple of days a correction from Bitcoin, as here also the 200 moving average. So it's a kind of bad sign for us. Next support, 50 moving average on the daily chart. So by the US market open, we could potentially see here one more leg to the downside in direction of the 50 moving average, retesting at $114,100, and then see the hopefully the next move to the upside, not like a crazy move like this, maybe like here find some support now and then getting here into higher levels. So this is exactly what I want to see here for Bitcoin in the next couple of days. That's also the reason why I set my limit orders. I will also open some more other position on Ethereum and Solana and on Link as soon we're getting here a perfect support on Bitcoin. As soon as I open these positions, I will let you know in our Telegram channel, so definitely also be part. Link for this you find in the video description. Link to our Telegram channel you find in the video description. There I shared all of my information. Even also today I make a quick update for you, so that as soon you're getting the notification, you're getting perfectly the information about how Bitcoin is doing. So this morning, as you can see here, as soon as I woke up, I wrote a text for you to update you perfectly about what's happening over my night or over your day. So definitely be part of our Telegram channel. All my limit orders are set here on Bitfinex, waiting for one more leg to the downside before getting here into higher levels. I even also opened one more trade here on BYDFi, especially here on DOT already. So because also here on DOT we came here now in our perfect buy zone, so this is also a great opportunity to get here also in the next position on some altcoins. By the way, BYDFi had a great opportunity right now to get 1 year the VIP 1 level for trading, so lower fees for you and a deposit bonus up to $2,000. So definitely check out also these offers, link down below in the video description. But let's go back here to Bitcoin, and here on this chart we will see also a potentially new inverse head and shoulder and creating here on the daily chart, which means exactly when we're getting now the push on the 15 moving average and see the next right shoulder building up to in direction of $116,000, where exactly also the liquidity is sitting. This could be potentially also the inverse head and shoulders pattern with an insane price target of over $130,000. So this is also what we can expect here in the next couple of weeks, and this scenario would be the perfect break, and this scenario would be the perfect end of our rally, because the breakout would be here kind of around end of September, beginning of October, and by reaching the target we should be getting here in direction of middle November, end of November. So which also means that we could potentially see in direction of the next 4 to 8 weeks the bull market top. I spoke yesterday a little bit more about these scenarios, so definitely check out the video yesterday. But before we end today's video, let's talk about quickly the next economic data, because tomorrow John Paul will also speak, so there will become a lot more volatility in the market. PMI data will coming out, also initial job claims will come out on Thursday, and on Friday we have also the PCE data coming out. So this week there will become also next data from the US. Expect a massive volatility came also in the market. We can potentially see, as I mentioned already, one more leg to the downside before we see here the move in direction of $115,000 to $116,000. And that's basically all from the video today. Quick update video for you, so you can position yourself. My limit orders are stacked, waiting for this one move to the downside. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and then we see in the next video tomorrow, hopefully with bigger green candles.